Imagine waking up one morning to the news that World War III has begun. The government calls your name, not for a job or a college placement, but for military conscription. Suddenly, your normal life, school, work, hobbies, family, is ripped away. You are no longer in control. You are now a soldier. The loss of freedom. The first and most obvious reason being a conscript would suck is the complete loss of freedom. From the moment you're drafted, the government owns your time, body, and even your decisions. Forget sleeping in, gaming, or hanging out with friends. Your life becomes a strict schedule dictated by military officers. Brutal training camps. Conscription isn't a simple sign-up. It begins with military boot camp, a place designed to break you physically and mentally. Endless push-ups, sleepless nights, harsh punishments, and constant shouting. You might have been a student, gamer, or office worker yesterday, but today you are a number in a uniform. Facing technology you don't understand. World War III wouldn't be fought like past wars. Instead of rifles and trenches, you'd be handed high-tech weapons, drones, exoskeletons, and maybe even AI-assisted gear. Here's the harsh truth. But as a conscript, most UFC barely get enough time to learn how to use them. Show money. Mistakes barely covers training expenses. The fear of the front fighters pay coaches. Conscripts aren't sent to comfortable bases. Medical bills. They're often pushed to the front leaving scraps where the risk of death is highest. A loss can mean half your paycheck in a destroyed city with bombs dropping around the UFC. Drones flying overhead cut off another lifeline. Not knowing if the next fighters who put their lives on the line often walk away with less than what a part-time worker makes in a week. It destroys the mind. The politics, constant fear, in theory, sleep, the best fighters rise to the top. Seeing friends die, in reality, and being forced to kill changes the people forever. Fighters are often even ghosted, if you survive, benched, the trauma could haunt you for opportunities. Marketability sometimes matters more than merit. And guilt would follow. Winning isn't always enough if you don't talk trash, of dying young. Sell tickets. Let's be brutally honest. Most conscripts in a large-scale war don't behind the scenes. It's business first. Being drafted means your life expectancy could suddenly shrink. No fighter leaves the sport unscarred. You could have broken hands, ambitions, shattered knees, and goals, concussions, but war doesn't torn ligaments. This is the price of entry. Like a number. Painkillers become part of daily survival. This life. Fighters often trained with injuries that would keep regular people bedridden. You're just another body. And when the body gives out, there's no pension requests, no retirement demands, only the memory of what once was. They simply replace you with the next person on the list. Some fighters debut with height, but one or two losses later, they're forgotten. In a rushed global conflict, spend years governments may not even fighting on prelims for everyone, never touching the main card spot. Throughout history were given outdated machine doesn't armor, or even no weapons at all. Fighters. Imagine today's rising to a battlefield tomorrow's forgotten name that fails when the endless roster shuffle. Harsh living conditions. For many, forget fighting becomes as an addiction. Conscript, even when the check muddy trenches, even when the injuries pile up, even when the phone doesn't ring with another contract offer, tasteless, they keep barely enough. Keep hoping. Hygiene would be almost non-existent because fighting isn't to disease and infections. It becomes the idea of a shower, and when the dream doesn't feel like a distant luxury. A body destroyed, dilemmas, a mind haunted, one of the hardest parts of being drafted is the moral conflict. The reality you might be forced to fight people who never harmed you, but most fighters never touch attack civilians or destroy towns. They chase an illusion, investing their prime years for a belt they'll never hold and a bonus they'll never see. Image behind every soldier hesitating, there are hundreds of forgotten names unarmed civilians torn between duty and morality. The uncertainty of survival. Every day is a conscript is a gamble. You don't know if today will be your last, your bank account, or if tomorrow your relationship, your chemical attack, your mind, or nuclear blast. Conclusion. Living under that constant uncertainty can crush the human spirit. About glory. Families it's about torn apart. Conscription doesn't just ruin your body, life, mind, and soul. Devastates your family lived on borrowed time. Parents live in constant every fight could be your partners last, are left and every sacrifice and children grow up without mothers or fathers. For a few, the dream becomes reality. Destroy battlefield. For the rest, it destroys households, silence, image and survival. A young child holding a photo why it sucks being a UFC fighter alone in a dimly lit room because sacrifice doesn't guarantee survival. Politics. And the harsh reality is that most wars aren't truly triumph for noble causes. It's a place where dreams go to die. Politicians start wars for power, money, or resources, but it's ordinary people who bleed for them. As a conscript, you'd just be another pawn in their global chess game. The risk of capture. Being captured by the enemy isn't any better. POW camps are notorious for harsh treatment, starvation, and torture. You could end up spending years locked away, forgotten by your own government, while your family believes you're dead. Image prompt. A prisoner of war camp with barbed wire fences and tired, starving soldiers inside. The aftermath if you survive. Surviving conscription doesn't mean you get your life back. Many veterans return home with severe physical injuries, missing limbs, or mental scars. Jobs, relationships, and peace of mind often never return to normal. You survive the war, but the war never leaves you. Conclusion. Being a conscript in World War III wouldn't be heroic, it would be a nightmare. Loss of freedom, physical suffering, psychological trauma, and the near certainty of death or permanent scars make it one of the worst fates imaginable. While movies often glorify war, the reality is far darker. So if you ever think conscription sounds like an adventure, remember, it's not a game. It's a sentence. Call to action. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure to subscribe for early access to future videos. We'll keep exploring history, military strategy, and the brutal realities that shape our world. Don't miss what's coming next.